Against.
You're on the stand with your back against the wall.
The figures are not very good when measured against those of our competitors.
They fight against imperialism.
You're on the stand with your back against the wall.
You can't hold it against us. We didn't want to work.
Against.
Beach.
We spent the day on the beach.
The house is clearly visible from the beach.
Then we went to North Beach. With this itinerary, I can take a vacation at the beach, as well as in the mountains.
They're walking along the beach.
Beach.
Damage. Many buildings were badly damaged during the war.
Joint and several liabilities favor the plaintiff suing for damages.
His father can hardly identify him, because he was damaged severely in the accident.
Charging employees cause property damage will be unlawful in certain contexts. Management launched a damage limitation exercise after details of talks with unions were leaked to the press.
Damage.
Discover.
I discovered some new information in this book.
Patent defects are those that can be discovered by inspection and ordinary vigilance on the part of the purchaser.
William Herschel is an eminent astronomer, who discovered the planet Uranus. These discoveries raise intriguing questions.
He was horrified when he discovered the conditions in which they lived.
Discover.
Emotion.
He lost control of his emotions. This is the best way to remember, if you could picture a story that was vulgar, dramatic, or in some way involved in your emotions. Perhaps no emotion is more complex than passion.
It doesn't hurt their emotions.
It's amazing that he never shows his emotions, even when he has a lot of problems. He's cool as a cucumber.
Emotion.
Frank.
The teacher had a frank discussion with her students.
When you start work here, you will report to Mrs. Franklin.
We discuss problems frankly and find solutions quickly. The trouble with Frank is that he never turns up on time for a meeting.
The teacher had a frank discussion with her students.
Frank.
Identify. Small babies can identify their mothers.
Cookies identify the user and track the user's access to the server.
Carrying out a SWOT analysis helped them identify two clear markets for their product.
Small babies can identify their mothers. Why didn't he identify himself? Identify.
Island.
They live on the large Japanese island of Hokkaido. They live on the large Japanese island of Hokkaido.
The island is no longer inhabited.
The islands belong to Spain.
Island.
Ocean.
These mysterious creatures live at the bottom of the ocean.
Light in the ocean can be measured by light meters. Experts are testing the acidity of ocean waters.
When mentioning the definition of fauna, we should calculate both creature on land and in ocean.
Cold waters in the North and South Pacific Ocean are good feeding grounds for whales.
Ocean. Perhaps.
Perhaps I will eat an apple for lunch.
I thought she was leaving the company, but perhaps it may be just a rumor. Perhaps you should think about being a bit more polite to your clients.
The editor will put together the pictures, perhaps an excerpt of an interview.
Perhaps. Pleasant.
We spent a pleasant afternoon at the beach.
The beach was pleasantly uncrowded.
What a pleasant surprise.
The conference center manager was extremely accommodating and tried to make our stay pleasant.
The smell is pleasant, the taste is slightly sweet, and slightly bitter as is typical of ginseng.
Pleasant.
Prevent.
The handcuffs prevented me from moving my hands.
Smoking is the biggest preventable cause of death and disease.
There is an immunization program to prevent epidemics.
FM Global believes the majority of all loss can be prevented or minimized, and this should be the first part of any disaster recovery plan.
Prevent. Rock.
She sat back against the rock and thought for a while. The water flowed over the rocks and into the lake.
This is a rocky coastline.
The boat rocked from side to side in the waves.
Rock.
Save.
I want to help save the world.
He's trying to save their marriage. He risked his life to save her.
Don worked his tail off to save money for his son's education.
Janet did her utmost to save the family farm.
Save. Step.
Be careful where you step.
My stepfather is a cartographer.
Are there other steps that the MNNRCS has taken, or plans to take, such as staff training, field days, etc., focused on organic agriculture?
You have to follow all the steps. She followed the instructions step by step.
Step. Still.
You still love me. Women are still struggling of true equality with men. He conceived the plot for this film while he was still a student.
The doctor still treats me well, regardless of the fact that I don't have health insurance.
The delay is now shorter but still an annoyance.
Still.
Taste.
The taste of the fruit was very sweet.
Would you like to taste some local food?
The quality is very nice, but the design does not cater to the popular taste here.
This dish has a distinctive taste. With a taste of your lips.
Taste.
Wave.
There were big, big waves.
They've done a good job, because they were on the same wavelength.
Sound waves, light waves, and radio waves have a certain frequency.
There has been a tidal wave invaded Indonesia.
I can't suffer this heat wave.
Wave.
Throw.
I threw a ball for the dog. I'm surprised they didn't just throw away the key with Matthew.
He throws the papers into the wastebasket.
I just buy a nice throw pillow with a good deal.
Don't throw it to him.